this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Complete to start this drive. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And not the optimum setup to try to salvage the opening drive with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Coaches talk about 3rd downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass, nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Baylor's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Scanning the field, it's Avery. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
That's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
With the catch, it's Cook. Hard-hitting tackle. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
He's loose. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Got his man on the right. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that. Once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Rainbow Warriors want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running.
Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, Hawaii! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the secondary.
Got a man. It's Montgomery. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Dropping back, it's Avery. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bears!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. And some room to work. Shakes off the defender. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that one's going to be batted away incomplete, and we have played one. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Finds his man. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Shotgun snap on third down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing.
Touchdown, Warriors! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Baylor! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got the quick completion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. The Rainbow Warriors will punt it away on 4th. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse. I'm assuming.
There he goes. Boy, look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Give him 114 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Avery. Got it in the middle, it's Cook. The ball is... The 14 after that grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's got it on the right. Touchdown Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by a field goal over Syracuse. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Rainbow Warriors in the hurry-up. Off-play action. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted deep in his own end. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Avery. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. The Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Oh, he's got a chance. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. You need to put more plays together like that right there.
The Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Avery. Quickly to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. Nobody around as he makes the catch. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create...
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Bears! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Offense in an empty set. A run for the quarterback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Motion from the wideout. To throw, it's Avery. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Hubbard. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets it out quickly. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Quarterback making checks. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Baylor! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
42 Spider. Lions.
To the air, it's Avery. Makes the grab, it's Ramsey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Creates a little space. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Working that left side now. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on second down. He'll throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice second down defense there that time. It looked like the defense was anticipating the drag route that time. You saw they were able to rally to the ball, get him down on the ground. It now sets up third down in the red zone. Let's see what they do here.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rainbow Warriors buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Open space at the 25. Oh, a lot of space. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it first and 10, threatening inside the 30.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Whitaker. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
A first down run in the red zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Hawaii! Quick strike through the air for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he...
Give him 6. Touchdown, Bears!
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box, the play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I had. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Showing the arm strength to the left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Takes the handoff. It's game. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
Number 11, on to punt it away.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages? Or we'll see as we start the 4th. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Kane. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
The Rainbow Warriors are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Just too much much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Mayer. Quickly complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bears really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. Turning it on. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Wants to throw again. Using the quick game. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Motion from the back. Looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hubbard. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And he's dragged down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Looking to throw, it's Mayer. Finds his man, it's Hubbard. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home
makes the grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
He fires to the left side. Touchdown, Baylor! A great catch and run for 6. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got him downfield. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Whitaker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Caught behind the line. It's Whitaker. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires into the end zone. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mayer. Catch in the middle, it's Hubbard. At the 20, he's got space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And the offense takes control of this football game. But I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Unloads to the right. It's incomplete, and it also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Looking for a man. It's Mayer. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bed.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Offense facing fourth down. Number 17 on to punt it away.
They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching.